Unfortunately, I have to give the news that Laos on my little pet pig, guinea pig, died this morning. If you didn't know, Laos on my pet guinea pig has died last Monday, the day that I did the last weekly blog. The main news this week, apart from the fact that it's been Easter, of course, is the death of Petis, who was my male half of my breeding pair, my zebra finch. He has died, unfortunately died late on Good Friday. I thought he would be dead by this time, I really did. The baby of Lisa's from last week died, unfortunately, but not unexpectedly, this past week. Thank you to all those who have sent their condolences. I have made my memorial video now. One of the major problems between particularly me and Nathan, the webmaster on the forum, is that I don't need to see something as being, you know, more or less perfect before I can admit to saying, you know, I have loved it. I think part of loving something is to be able to take it as it is, not to turn it into something perfect by looking through rose-tinted lenses, you know, criticising in any way the United States. It's considered anti-American and not what a moderator would do. And it just feels like my hands are tied behind my back now. I can't do anything. You know, I've suffered this before. This sort of thing was what made me resign as the Christian section moderator about 2 years ago. Me and Mark Hughes have clashed on the forum, and this time it's to do with communism and the communism thread. This week, a lot of the people on the forum have lived up to the stereotype of Americans that a lot of people in England think about, and it isn't flattering. I don't see how burning an Islamic holy book shows that we have stood in defiance against Islam. Is it going to slow the progress of Islam throughout the world? No. Is it going to make them suddenly change their minds about world domination? No. I was very upset and very angry as well that a number of people on the forum seem to support this idea. A number of others seem to trivialise it as if it didn't matter. It went right into the core of our moderating team, which annoys me significantly. I thought that anybody on the forum could be stupid enough to adhere to that sort of view makes me absolutely furious. Actually, as I said, struggling financially more than usual at the moment. I am having a little bit of trouble in terms of finances right now. In this one, I have this year's banking details, and they are not very pretty, I'm afraid. I ended up being overdrawn last month, not half as bad as I thought it would be. But it is has gone up. All the bills and stuff have gone up over April, which is the sort of end of the tax year, and they're going up quite substantially. And you know, it's hard enough for me to be able to afford to live here as it is. Just basically because we simply do not have enough money to live, basically. Because I am going down to London for a very important job interview. You know, it didn't quite go according to plan. I didn't come out feeling like it had gone particularly well. I haven't heard from them since. It's been a number of days, and they did rather give the impression that they'd get back within the week if I had got the job. So chances are quite likely that I haven't got the job. There is a certain amount of me that's depressed. There is a certain amount of me that's a bit angry, and there is a lot. You know, things haven't really been going well at all since I finished uploading all the videos for the American Dreams tour last year. Things are going slow on the forum, popularity's falling. It really is a dire situation. I wouldn't say deeply unhappy, but I'm not where I want to be. I've launched a 5-year programme with long-term aims. You will have heard me mention several times since August the launch of a 5-year plan. I'm living in my own apartment, I'm paying all my own bills, I'm living off my own wage, and I am in full-time employment in the middle of what looks to be a double-dip recession, and also the leftovers of a shattered education system. And I want to move out from here now. Members of the British government. I wrote to my Conservative Minister for Parliament called Andrew Jones. I wrote to the Chancellor of the Exchequer, which is the money man, George Osborne. I wrote to the Liberal Democrat Deputy Prime Minister called Nick Clegg, and of course I wrote to David Cameron, the British Prime Minister at the moment. I've received word back from most of them. Jojo, my canary, is singing out triumphantly because we have had a major milestone. And the fact that I spontaneously bought tickets to UFC 120. I don't know what I was thinking because I'm also going to UFC 120 in London. It was a spontaneous idea. The hurty blister on the bottom of my foot because I had to run all the way around London to get home. That's London for Transport's fault because they shut a bridge that they've been working on for forever.